Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome to the channel, and I just gotta say that the One Piece live action totally slapped. They did honestly the best adaptation they could have given the anime and manga's over-the-top style, and I'm impressed. They pretty much outpaced and outdid all other Western anime adaptations and put them to shame, and that's in part due to the amazing cast who honestly killed it in their roles. And yes, that includes our boy Taz Skylar and his charming performance as the lady killer who makes a mean dinner, Sanji. Now, before we delve into the workout, please be sure to leave a like, share the video, turn on notifications, and subscribe for more anime fitness content. Now, Taz Skylar got in incredible shape for this part, and you can clearly see that he embodies not just Sanji's look, but the way he moves in his action fight scenes as well. Man can kick. So let's take a look at what Taz did to get in Sanji shape, and I'll even throw in some bonus tips for how to get that aesthetic down. So from what I found online, Taz is about 6 foot tall and in the ballpark of 165 pounds, which would give him a BMI of 22.4. As I estimate him to be around 9 to 11% body fat, so for most guys this is a pretty realistic physique to achieve. As a comparison, Sanji from the manga is officially listed at 5'11" and 176 pounds or 80 kilograms. For training, Taz did a heck of a lot of martial arts. Now, Taz learned a variety of martial arts while training for One Piece, and clearly he developed a passion for it in the process. So much so that he even misheard Jujutsu Kaisen for Jujitsu Kaisen and got all excited about it in an interview I saw. So it really makes sense as Taz wanted to perform his own stunts, and kicking is a big requirement of the job. Martial arts training with striking, specifically for kicks such as Muay Thai and even Capoeira, are great ways to build up endurance, cardiovascular ability, flexibility, and mobility required to move like Sanji. So martial arts 3 times a week, paired with a solid full body training resistance split 2 days a week, is optimal to not just learn the skills, but also gain the athleticism and develop the physique and aesthetic of Sanji without overtraining. Sanji and Taz may not be the biggest guys, but both clearly are sporting some muscle, so some resistance training is needed. It doesn't need to be free weights though. In fact, this level of muscular development can be achieved within a year of just doing calisthenics for most young, healthy males. Building muscle is of course easier when you're using free weights in terms of the options you have and the different angles, the versatility you can use when training. And it's also specifically beneficial for training legs, just because you go really heavy. But of course, a great physique can be built just using your body weight as resistance. Taz and Sanji's whole thing is that they're lean and mobile, so sporting too much muscle would be a hindrance anyways. Push-ups, pull-ups, bodyweight squats, and hanging leg lifts for the abs are a great start. Progressive overload is key to improving, so try to always add in another rep or increase the load or perfect your form workout to workout. The plan will have you performing 3 or 4 sets of each exercise in a circuit fashion. Circuits will help you build up more endurance and cardio too while resistance training. And since we're not really doing super heavy, demanding exercises that really tax your central nervous system, you don't need to worry about long rest in between sets or exercises to recover. Just rest a minute or 2 between rounds, or as long as you need. Once you get to do more than 30 push-ups in one go, I would recommend adding a weighted vest or backpack, or changing to a more difficult variation such as decline push-ups, archer push-ups, and eventually one-arm push-ups. After being able to do 20 pull-ups with good form in one set, by the way, by good form I mean no kipping or relying on momentum. Full range of motion with a good squeeze at the top and a slow eccentric is what I'm talking about. So 20 good form pull-ups. Once you're at that point, you can start adding a weight either between your feet or with a belt or weighted vest or backpack. If you can't perform any pull-ups at the beginning, just start by using an elastic band to help you, or if your gym has it, one of those assisted pull-up machines that allows you to rest your knees for assistance, and you can just gradually reduce the weight over time until you can do an actual pull-up. For legs, begin with bodyweight squats, and after being able to do 30 with good form, upgrade to either weighted squats and maybe eventually pistol squats or weighted pistol squats. Don't neglect your shoulders also, specifically the medial head or side delt, so be sure to throw in some lateral raises if you can get your hands on some dumbbells. For abs, I would just stick to hanging leg raises, with the progressions being starting with bent knees to eventually straight legs, to straight legs with a weight in between the feet. And you're going to want to aim for about, again, 15 to 20 reps before leveling up. For diet, we all know Sanji can cook up some amazing meals, so you're going to want to stick to a reasonably balanced diet with a macro split that makes sense for you. Some people operate better on a higher fat, lower carb diet, others lower carb, higher fat. So just make sure you find what works for you and make sure you're getting in enough protein. 1 gram per pound of body weight is the general recommendation, but honestly, if you can just hit 0.7 grams per day, that'll usually just do it. So if you weigh 165 pounds like Taz, then 115 grams of protein per day is all you really need for this kind of physique. No need to go crazy strict on the food you consume either. Following the 80-20 rule, where 20% of your calories that you consume comes from junk food or wherever you want really, will keep you sane and allow you to stick to your diet in the long run. As for your caloric needs, it all depends on your starting point and your own personal metabolism. You can try using one of those online calorie calculators at first, but eventually what you'll need to do is just track your average weekly weight as well as your daily caloric intake and try to compare the two and adjust accordingly. Generally, a 500 calorie deficit per day is a really good number to aim for to get fat loss at a reasonable rate. And a 200 to 300 caloric surplus is recommended for bulking up. Any more than that really will just result in too much unwanted fat. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video and you're looking forward to season 2 of One Piece like I am. So I'll catch you in the next one, so take care.